A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'd like to welcome you all to Poetry Weekly, where we'll be discussing Arabic poetry on a week-by-week basis. So every week we'll be looking at a new poet and a new poem, and the purpose of this is to encourage you and to make you learn and want to learn the Arabic language, because verily the best examples of the Arabic language after the Quran are contained within Arabic poetry. So this week we're going to be looking at a very, very famous person known as Imam Shafi. He's known for his fiqh, he's known for his logic and his thinking, but did you know he's also a very, very established poet? So his full name was Muhammad ibn Idris ibn Abbas al-Shafi'i. He was born in 150 after Hijrah in Gaza, and he moved to Mecca when he was about 2 years old. And a book which is known as a Diwan has been collected of all of his poetry, but his poems are, for the Arabic student, they're very simple, really nice language, really nice vocabulary, and they always contain some kind of key Islamic message. So there's one very, very famous poem I'm going to go through with you today, and I'll translate it at the end. It's called Da'il Ayyam, and I'll be reciting the poem on its bahr, on its measure or its rhythm, and you might not hear that happen very often. So the bahr of this poem is called Al-Wathir, but don't worry about that for now. Okay, so Imam Shafi, he says, Da'il ayyam taf'alu ma tasha'u وطب نفسا إذا حكم القضاء ولا تجزى لحادثة الليالي فما لحوادث الدنيا بقاء وكن رجلا على الأهوال جلدا وشيمتك السماحة والوفاء وإن كثرت عيوبك في البرايا وسرك أن يكون لها غطاء ويغطى بالسماحة كل عيب وكم عيب يغطيه سخاء ولا حزنا يدوم ولا سرور ولا بؤس عليك ولا رخاء. What does he say? Amazing poem, really, really true. He goes, Da'il ayyama taf'alu ma tasha. Leave the days to do whatever they want. Days come and they go. Don't worry about these days. وَطِبْ نَفْسًا إِذَا حَكَمَ الْقَضَاءُ. And pacify yourself when destiny is decreed. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders something, make your heart content that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered. وَلَا تَجْزَى لِحَادِثَةِ اللَّيَالِي. And don't worry about the happenings of the night. Things come, things go. People talk frivolous things. People do silly things. Don't worry about these things. They come and they go. فَمَا لِحَوَادِثِ الدُّنْيَا بَقَاءُ. Because these happenings, they don't remain. They disappear. وَكُنْ رَجُلًا عَلَى الْأَهْوَالِ جَلْدًا. So true a word. He goes, and be a man. Be strong. Be firm upon the difficulties of life. وَشِيمَتُكَ السَّمَاحَةُ وَالْوَفَاءُ. How? By having good manners and fulfilling people's oath and promises. So when tough things happen, how should you deal with this? By having good manners and fulfilling your pledge. Because it's at that time of difficulty when people try and get away with fulfilling promises. But keep your promises and the people will love you. Then he goes, وَإِن كَثُرَتْ عُيُوبُكَ فِي الْبَرَايَا. But if your sins become so plentiful amongst the people, if people find out about your problems and your shortcomings, because no doubt we all have them, he goes, وَسَرَّكَ أَنْ يَكُونَ لَهَا غِطَاءُ. And you wish that your secrets would have a covering. And no doubt, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who can cover and the one who can reveal your sins. يُغَطَّى بِالسَّمَاحَةِ كُلُّ عَيْبٍ. So he goes, so let your good manners become a covering for all of your faults. وَكَمْ عَيْبٍ يُغَطِّيهِ السَّخَاءُ. Because how many faults are covered by sakha, by generosity and being good to the people. So many people will forget the things that you've done if you are good to them. People will notice these things. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cover these problems amongst the people. And this last line, remember this last line, if you take anything from this poem, I love this last line because it's gotten me through a lot of difficult times. He says, وَلَا حُزْنٌ يَدُومُ وَلَا سُرُورٌ. And no difficulty will endure and no happiness. وَلَا بُؤْسٌ عَلَيْكَ وَلَا رَخَاءُ. And no evil upon you and no ease. Everything finishes. Whether it's good times or bad times, whether difficulty or happiness, eventually it will come to an end. So, brothers and sisters, you'll find the text of this poem in the comments at the bottom. Please remember to like us on Facebook, on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and share this poem with everybody else. We'll be releasing a new poem every week, and so maybe you will learn to love the Arabic language through studying Arabic poetry. I'm your brother Akhlaq with the Oak Tree Initiative. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.